Hello, long time no hear from me. It's been a while, but the good thing is I'm here and I'm recording another episode, and I'm so grateful to be able to do so and share what's been on my heart these last few days, and also just catch up. And I'm so happy to be here. And welcome if you're here and listening for the first time. This is a safe space, a space where you can feel uplifted and supported and inspired. And it's also a place where we can build community. And I hope that you enjoy and feel uplifted after listening to the episodes. And so I've been MIA on this podcast. Main reason being I felt quite flat for a long time this year. So I just took the time to be in that place, even though, it's really uncomfortable, especially if you are used to showing up and motivating yourself. But I decided to remind myself, that it was okay, and to ease the pressure. We definitely need times to fill our cup and just be. And so I allowed myself that, even though I really wanted to do more recordings and be able to interview more people and record more podcasts. Hey, it's I'm back, and it's better that I took the time to fill my cup and just chilled, as opposed to running myself or burning out. Yeah. So this time of the year, I tend to get quite reflectful at the end of each year, as you do. I felt this year has been harder personally, in particular mentally. And it's got me thinking that I'm probably not alone. And it may help you not feel alone if you feel this way right now. I cannot believe that it is December 2022. Does anybody else feel this with me? I mean, what a crazy year. We have had an intense last 3 years, and I've been feeling this for a while. And this year is a hard different. It's the aftermath of the last couple of years kind of hard. Do you resonate with this? Mentally, it's been a different challenge. I think it's due to the happenings for the last couple of years just catching up on us and manifesting in different ways through mental exhaustion, physical exhaustion, and there may be changes in relationships in your lives. And I'm thinking, actually, there have been tremendous shifts and changes in many people's lives over the last couple of years, some of them really traumatic. And when I reflect on this, I think of people who have lost lives dear to them due to the pandemic, people who have lost their livelihood and their jobs and their businesses. And when you think of these changes, they're massive life changes. How do we come to terms with that, just like that? We can't. We need the time to catch up and process it all, don't we? To decompress and unwind from it all. But we haven't had the chance, or a lot of us haven't, because life seemed to keep going, and it is still going, the pace of the world. And the world was in a hurry to get going again, and one can feel like, oh my goodness, I have to go again, especially if it hasn't caught up on you. I haven't even caught up on what happened the last couple of years, like, what the heck is happening to this world? Do you sometimes think that? I do. And that's okay to have moments like that. We are all processing something and going through something or facing some situation in our lives. And if your heart is hurting this year, know that you are not alone. Now and again, I feel this dull ache in my heart, knowing that there are many people holding this hurt and processing it all. I want to hold space for you today. This was really on my heart, to hold space and to acknowledge that there are so many people hurting, and on social media, on Facebook, we see a lot of the highlights. We see a lot of the strengths and people showing up, every day. And often we don't acknowledge, or we don't often see the weaknesses and people that are hurting, and, they're not telling you on Facebook, they're not telling you on Instagram, because they're just hurting so bad that they can't even talk to anybody, actually. And so I want to hold space for you today. If you are exhausted mentally, physically, and financially, I hold space for you. You are not alone. I just want you to know that. Also, I wanted to remind you today that you have time. The world may be going fast around you. It's actually an illusion, You have time, and take it back, take that control back and that power back of acknowledging that you have time. You have the time to slow down, to pause, to have a nap, to take a day off, to chill, to read a book, to listen to your favorite music, to be creative, to enjoy the sunsets and sunrises and eat deliciously healthy, nutritious food for you. You have the time to do nothing. It's not for a prolonged length of time. You have the time to take time out and just do nothing for a few hours or even an hour. Allow yourself that. You have time to stop and smell the roses. Productivity is not in how fast you do something. We are not more productive due to how fast we do something, or we're not more productive by doing more. Personally, I think it's the opposite. I ask myself, what is the quality of, my productivity if I just go so fast that I'm actually not even enjoying what I'm doing? I'm doing it mindlessly. Let's slow down. I invite you to slow down. December is here, and people can begin to feel that anxiety about Christmas being here and preparing, and the pressure of making the day amazing. And then before you know it, it's all over, and then it's gone so quickly. And there's been this massive build-up, Is that good for us? I think it's not. I'm reminding myself that I have the control to make this Christmas experience what I'd like it to be for my family and friends. And what do I want to give out in this world around me this year, this Christmas? And what are my values around that? And what do I want to convey? And how do I want people to feel, when it comes to what am I supporting, and what message am I conveying through how I'm kind of arranging, this whole Christmas thing around me, or just in day to day, isn't it? And it's reminding everyone too that Christmas is not all about all that material possession and doing it so expensively. Like, it's so stressful. It can be so stressful for many people, many families feeling that pressure. And so, today decide to unsubscribe from that and do it your way, and check in with what it is that you want to do, how you want your Christmas to be. And just, it's almost looking at it mindfully at what you have and what you can make with what you have, and not looking outside of you, because it's actually looking outside of you can tend to kind of cultivate that, comparison, which is where we don't want to go, because it takes our eyes off, the richness that we do have around us. Sometimes, the best way to add quality to our life is actually to subtract, from it and simplify it. Isn't it so much more less stressful this way? So I want to leave you with this thought, that you are not alone. And take this time, this Christmas and New Year, to de-stress and decompress and process and give your mind and body some love and care and unwind from it all. Maybe there's an outlet that you really love. Have an outlet for the things that have happened and reflect on it and journal and simplify, enjoy life, and take time to laugh, love the loved ones around you, show kindness, show compassion. Everyone has been so stressed and the energy around us has been intense. I feel it when I'm out and about. When you're driving out and about, it's like this sort of defense mode where people are ready to sort of fight back. And it's because of the stress and the anxiety and the intensity of the last, few years on us. And it is the aftermath. And it's so good to understand and reflect and be aware of that, so that we can kind of stand back and observe and reflect and not be caught up in it, and realize, that's why. And then ask, what is it that I need to be able to decompress and unwind? And when we become carriers of that, then we're able to show that to others as well. And it's almost like they can drink from that and experience it. I think it's so important. It really is. That is what we're conveying to each other. So let's observe and get in touch with what we need, and let's stay vulnerable to one another and share and build community. It's been so lovely to record this today, and I appreciate you listening. I appreciate your time, and I hope this episode has given you some love and uplifted you. And I'm looking forward to the next time that I record another episode. Go well.